every time I would go out to promote it, people would say, "यार, अब जब Inside Edge इतनी अच्छी चल गई है, why aren't you doing something else? Why aren't you doing more work on OTT?" And my whole thought process was, यार, quality करते हैं, quantity के पीछे नहीं भागते हैं, आराम से. I have to enjoy it, I have to believe in it, I have to feel committed to it as a character, enjoy the whole experience. I mean, I've had 2 decades of a career now. At some point in life, you realize कि अब unless I feel truly deeply connected and satisfied as a creative person, as an actor, मुझे अब ये नौकरी के लिए नहीं करनी. And I think that's what connected with the way Gautam, Percy, the whole team, when they brought Dharavi to me. And funnily enough, Sarthak and I were at a dinner years before that, a couple of years, 2-3 years before that. And he said, "यार मैं कुछ ऐसा लिख रहा हूँ." Sanjay Gupta के घर. And he said, "मैं कुछ ऐसा लिख रहा हूँ." And I said, "यार ये बड़ा interesting है यार, it's fascinating." And I was thinking of Talaivan as a character, right? Because the way it was.
But that's exactly what happened to me. जैसे ही synopsis भेजे तो मैं बोला प्ले क्या कर रहा हूँ, पुलिस वाला नहीं बनना है. Talaivan हो तो बात करते हैं. You know, exactly the same thought.
वैसे भी शूट आउट में हम लोगों ने कर लिया, राइट? गुंडा एंड पुलिस वाला नाव भी रिवर्स मार रहे हैं. बट देन आई मेट गौतम एंड आई रियलाइज्ड दैट एग्जैक्टली व्हाट अन्ना सेड कि ही इज ड्रिवन बाय क्रिएटिंग दैट कंटेंट. यू नो, ही इज सेइंग कंटेंट, हर पन्ना स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए, हर किरदार स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए. एंड इट जस्ट क्लिक्ड. एंड देन आई मेट दिस मैडमैन समित कक्कड़, जो इतना फितूरी, इतना पागल है. एंड द वे ही वर्क्स, द वे ही just sinks his teeth into the character, सोया हुआ एक्टर भी जाग जाएगा. You know, you feel like, अरे यार ये बहुत पागल फितूरी पैशनेट इंसान है, इसके साथ काम करने में बहुत मजा आएगा. And that's what happened, man. I mean, you know, it was crazy. It was like I was calling Samit more than I would call my wife. I was like, "Yeah, come, have lunch with me, have dinner with me, let's talk about it. It was an amazing experience getting into the whole story. And even during shooting, I mean, Dharavi in itself was a whole crazy experience. And on the first day only you could tell the difference between Samit, and due respect to all. But ये वो director नहीं है जो air conditioned कमरे में बैठकर सोचेगा, I think guys, you know, we need to visualize Dharavi like this, जो आजकल ज़्यादा Hollywood effect हमारे सर पर चल रहा है हिंदुस्तान में भी. गली गलत चप्पा चप्पा जाके एक एक गली को जान के पहचान के रेकी, मतलब कितने 50 रेकी किए कि यहाँ ये शॉट होगा, यहाँ ये करेंगे, इस तरह से ये क्रिएट होगा, तलैवन की दुनिया ऐसे होगी, जैन गावस्कर यहाँ से आएगा. इसीलिए हर फ्रेम में you can feel Dharavi, you can smell Dharavi, you can experience. It's an immersive experience of Dharavi, and I feel you've never seen Dharavi like this before. And I personally feel, because Anna is a legend in his own right with a phenomenal career over 3 decades, but I personally feel that this is his career's best performance, and this is coming from a fan. Right? I've been a fan of his.
No, but once again, I have to add, everything is the director out here and the man who believed in it.
Yeah.
The writers. It's the technical team. Samit is crazy. I can talk forever about Samit, which I will. Good things and only good things. I absolutely love this man and the passion that he has, and he drives you. So what Vivek said is absolutely true. I think it was because he was crazy is that he put a bunch together that's absolutely crazy. मेरे को तो डर लगता था, हर एक के साथ अपने ही साथ काम करता था. मैं बोलता यार मैं डायलॉग तो नहीं भूल जाऊँ, ये खा तो नहीं जाएगा मेरे को, you know, because you're such good actors, you know. And sometimes I used to forget, I used to just look at them like that, but then sometimes it worked that Talai was in his own world. So it looks like I'm acting, but I'm in awe of them, you know.
अन्ना ने मुझे एक बार बोला था कि समित यार तू सब ना इतने धाकड़ एक्टर्स जो लेके आया है ना, वो बहुत अच्छी बात है.
So I think एक मोतियों को साथ में पिरोना भी एक आर्ट है, and I think Samit is very committed to that. And every single actor, I'm so grateful to the whole cast. You know, किसी के 5 सीन है तो किसी के 50, but उन 5 में भी इतने जान डाल दिया हर एक्टर ने. आप किसी का परफॉर्मेंस देख के नहीं बोल सकते ये वीक है. And like Anna said, every performance, every scene, you have to be on the tip of your toes, because सामने solid actor है, तो आप भी और अपना game up करते हो. That experience was amazing. Even shooting in Dharavi, I remember एक action sequence था, वहाँ सब शुरू हो गए. Funnily enough, you know, flashback to shoot out, they started shouting, "Maya bhai, Maya bhai, Maya bhai," and पूरी गर्दी हो गई. और इतने सारे हमारे सफारी सूट पहन के हट्टे कट्टे सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स रोक नहीं पा रहे थे. People were just coming in the frame randomly. And then Samit goes and talks to this Mai, this old woman. You remember that? She lived in a kholi right there, and he said in Marathi, he went and told her कि थोड़ी मदद कर दो यहाँ पे, ये लोग बहुत परेशान कर रहे हैं, shoot नहीं हो पा रही. She must be at least 70 years old. She went inside the house, pulled out one danda, and came out, and the choicest of Marathi galis. Ah ha 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 ha. ओ डंडा घुमाते घुमाते जो गालियां दी, लोग 5 सेकंड में डिस्पर्स हुए जैसे राइट पुलिस आई हो. That was that world. It was amazing. I had such an incredible experience there. एक जहां हम शूट कर रहे थे, क्योंकि कोई वैनिटी वैन वगैरह कुछ नहीं, अंदर भी जाना है तो या तो चल के जाना है या बाइक पे बैठ के जाना है शूट करने के लिए, कुछ गलियां इतनी सक्रिय है. But I observed something, and Anna, please correct me if I'm wrong. I observed that गलियां जितनी गंदी हैं, उतने ही उनके घर और दिल साफ हैं और सुंदर हैं. And because we had no place to sit, वो घर बुला लेते हमको. I used to go and rest in between shots. I used to sit, जमीन पे बैठ जाता था, ठंडी है, ऊपर पंखा लगा देते, spick and span, clean and beautiful. खाना बनाते थे तो बोलते थे आप हमारे घर का कुछ खाएंगे, खाना खाएंगे. And I remember when we were leaving, the last day of wrap up, I went to see this lovely family that was very nice to me there, and they were from the Kumbhar community, the potters. And उन्होंने हाथ में थैला पकड़ा दिया. मैंने कहा ये क्या है? ऐसे नहीं, दिवाली आ रही है ना. So they gave me diyas, which they had made. And I said, obviously जो हम सोचते हैं ना कि एक transactional nature होता है, maybe I should pay for something like this, right? आपका job है ये. And she said, absolutely not. She said, बिल्कुल नहीं. आप माँ बोलते हो, मैं बेटे की तरह आपको दे रही हूँ, ये आपके घर में रोशनी करेगी, ये दिवाली, ये मेरी तरफ से आपको.
How sweet.
And it was such an amazing experience, yaar, to feel that love. And I realized that where we live ना, हमारे घर बड़े हैं, लेकिन जैसे घर बड़े हो जाते हैं ना, तो दिल छोटे होते रहते हैं. And Dharavi taught me the opposite. छोटे घर हैं, लेकिन दिल बहुत बड़े हैं. It was an amazing experience to go through that. It's super fun working, on the show. Jain Gavaskar is a crazy cop, and people say ये पागलपन जो है ये कहाँ से आता है? ऐसे समित कक्कड़ से आता है. बस उतना ही पागल वो है. First day I work with this brilliant actor who I'm such a fan of her work. I've always admired her work, not only in Hindi but Marathi also. First day, first shoot, first time I'm shooting with Sonali, and guess what? Am I allowed to say it? Am I allowed to say it? It's a bloody intimate, passionate scene. And I'm like, yaar, ye kya hai yaar? First time I'm working with her. So this is the kind of madness. And Sonali and I had a big laugh. And then we said, chalo, let's just get on with it now. So it was an amazing experience. And thank you so much to the whole team. Thank you to Percy, who personally took on being my Santa Claus, landing on set with Royce Chocolates to make sure that the 10 kgs I was trying to put on was putting on much faster than I expected. Thank you to Sarthak for this world that he created. Vijay, you're an artist, man. You're an incredible artist. And all of you, the whole team, you know I love you guys. I just enjoyed every minute of working with all of you. Thank you so much for making me a part of this incredible, crazy journey.
Thank you, sir. And Sonali ji, how was it to be the powerful person, CM Saiba?
A big thank you to Samit, because मुझे नहीं लगता और किसी ने सोचा होता. मुझे लगता है कोई भी एक्ट्रेस जो आज इंडिया में है, she would have said कि मुझे कास्ट करो. This was such a powerful role. किसी भी एक्ट्रेस को लगता कि I want to be in the shoes of the CM. मुझे अभी भी याद है, लास्ट ईयर हम मिले थे समित, जब हम तैयारी कर रहे थे. And as you exactly said, we met in this very hotel when we started preparing for my character Janvi Surve in Dharavi Bank. I still remember एक exercise मैंने की थी जब मैं college में थी. मेरे थिएटर टीचर थे और उन्होंने हमें एक एक्सरसाइज दिया था कि एक गाली दे दो. तो मैं पुणे से हूँ, आई एम फ्रॉम फर्ग्यूसन कॉलेज. तो मेरी पहली गाली थी बावड़ट. तो दुबे जी ने मुझे बोला था बावड़ट गाली नहीं है. कोई भी लड़का जो तुम्हें छेड़ रहा है उसे अगर तुम ऐसा बावड़ट कहोगी तो प्यार से आके हाथ पकड़ेगा. अच्छी गाली दो. तो मुझे याद है मैंने काफ़ी दिन बिताए थे गाली सीखने के लिए, लेकिन समित के साथ काम करते वक्त वो जो मैंने एक्सरसाइज किया था उससे कई ज्यादा गालियां मुझे याद करनी पड़ी। क्योंकि कहते हैं ना कि एक्टर्स ऑलवेज डिलीवर लॉट मेनी अनसेड लाइंस एंड इमोशंस. We merely don't say the lines that we are delivering. There is a lot going on in our minds and hearts. An actor is supposed to communicate the entire, you know, fight that is going inside. So Samit really charged each one of us to bring out that fight and struggle which is within. I was so scared to touch Janvi Surve because for me, I feel let us have trust. Let us trust all the politicians because they represent us. They are a part of our society, and let us not doubt or create a gap between them and us. They are amongst us and part of us. But having power and being a leader are two different things than being a common man. It was fun, Samit. It is entirely thanks to you
Much fun for me
for
too.
casting me as Janvi Surve. Gautam, you have a fabulous team. They looked after us and we felt like a huge family. We felt like a team. I remember working with Suniel sir on a film called Darna Mana Hai, जहाँ पे मैं उन पे इतना भरोसा करती थी कि उनकी वजह से मैं वो फिल्म कंप्लीट कर, मैं बहुत डरती हूँ हॉरर फिल्मों से, मैं देख भी नहीं पाती हूँ. Only because he was there in that film. It was a RGV film, if you remember. I could sail through. लेकिन यहाँ उनके साथ पंगा लेने में वो जो बावड़ट वाला था ना मेरे मन में, मतलब धाड़स ही नहीं हो रहा था. लेकिन I had to put my act together. For Vivek, I think एक विवेक मुझे याद है जो जिसे मैं बहुत चाहती थी, वो हमदम सुनियो रे. वो मैंने मोटरसाइकिल राइड देखी है और इतनी बार वो गाना सुना है. और आज हमारे धारावी बैंक का ट्रेलर जो है उसमें ये जो आते हैं गावस्कर बन के, टू कॉन्ट्रास्ट रोल्स एंड fabulous working with Vivek. I have my most of the scenes with Vivek and of course with Nagesh and few of you all from the cast members. But I had a fabulous time being Janvi Surve and bringing out the contradiction which is not necessarily in a CM. I know CM बनने के लिए काफी लोग तैयार हैं, लेकिन मैं बन पाई.
Lovely.
ये मेरे लिए खास था.
और सबसे हॉट सीएम बन गए.
करेक्ट. आप देखिए अभी 10 एपिसोड्स हैं, ढूंढिए.
All right, 19th April, MX original series Dharavi Bank. Requesting all the media people, if you have any questions, we'll pass on the
अच्छा,
mic.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू. आपको
जी.
पता है सीएम बिजी रहते हैं.
जी.
मुझे मंत्रालय जाना है तो मुझे इजाजत दीजिए.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Sonali ji, for being with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Sonali ma'am के लिए जोरदार तालियां. Thank you.
हेलो हेलो हेलो.
अन्ना आपकी खूबसूरती में नाच किया है. व्हाइट एंड व्हाइट खलाई हुआ हर जगह नहीं कराए. हेलो हेलो.
Please raise your hand. We'll get the mics to you.
सुनील जी आपके ठीक सामने. सुनील जी
कहाँ पे
आपके ठीक सामने, हाय।
हाँ,
खड़े हो
बोलिए,
जाइए।
बोलिए।
Sorry, just before the question, I just want to say one thing. I couldn't have explained the how better. This is sheer magic, and thanks Percy, thanks for everything.
अन्ना जी, बहुत बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मिली है धारावी बैंक के जरिए आपको। एक बहुत बड़ा नाम भी मिला है, थलाइवा। जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं कि थलाइवा का मतलब ही होता है सबको प्यार करने वाला, सबको साथ लेकर चलने वाला, सबका गुरु, सबका भगवान। तो ये जो बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मिली है आपको, थलाइवा, ये नाम मिला है आपको, कैसे देखते हैं आप? एंड कितना प्रेशर होता है आपके ऊपर इस थलाइवा, इस
अन्ना रियल लाइफ में भी तो ऐसे ही हैं।
हाँ जी।
नहीं, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर था, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर था। लेकिन जैसे हमने सब ने कहा, आप स्टेज पे अगर सुने होंगे, सभी ने एक ही कहा कि टीम इतनी अच्छी थी। और जब टीम अच्छी होती है बहुत आसान हो जाता है। राइटिंग इतनी खूबसूरत, डायरेक्टर इतना अच्छा, सिनेमाटोग्राफर, आर्ट डायरेक्शन, ये सब वो खूबियाँ ऐड करती है। और उसके बाद में जो को आर्टिस्ट आपके हैं, तो आई थिंक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, जब चार खंबे बहुत ही पावरफुल होते हैं तो आसान हो जाता है। तो आई थिंक इट वॉज कंपैरेटिवली easier for me if I wasn't in a unit like this. ऐसी यूनिट न मिलती तो शायद मुझे बहुत टेंशन होता। लेकिन बाकी जो था, फिजिकलिटीज थी, 3 घंटे 4 घंटे मेकअप का, वो सब तो हम वैसे भी झेल ही लेते हैं। लेकिन आई थिंक क्योंकि टीम बहुत अच्छी थी, मैं कहूँगा कि कंपैरेटिवली ईजी। लेकिन साथ साथ मेहनत बहुत रही, खास करके डिक्शन, बॉडी लैंग्वेज पर ये देखना। क्योंकि मेरे हीरोज़ भी ऐसे हैं जिनको मैं अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ कि ऐसे स्टॉलवर्ड एक्टर्स हैं कि मुझे हमेशा ये दिमाग के पीछे रहता था कि यार कहीं गड़बड़ ना कर दूँ, कहीं मजाक ना बन जाऊँ। और मेरी पहली आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, वैसे ही मैंने कहा कि OTT की पहली, इसके पहले मैंने काम किया है, लेकिन साउथ में मैंने कुछ फिल्में की जो टेस्टिंग ऑफ वाटर्स थी मेरे लिए। आप ऐसे टेक्निकली देखा जाएगा तो 7-8 साल के बाद मैं कुछ ढंग का काम कर रहा हूँ। मैं खुद कहता हूँ कि ढंग का काम कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ढंग का काम आया ही नहीं मेरे पास। ढंग का काम कर रहा हूँ, और जब वैसा काम आता है तो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है अपनी, कि मैंने अपने ऑडियंस को चीट किया था इसके पहले। ऑडियंस थी मेरी, मुझे प्यार आज भी उतना ही है। इंटीरियर्स में कहीं भी जाऊँ तो बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार है। लेकिन क्या वो टिकट्स में कन्वर्ट करते हैं? नहीं, क्योंकि मैंने कहीं ना कहीं गलतियाँ की थी। अब अगर मुझे उन गलतियों को सुधारना है, एंड आई हैव टू कीप देम हैप्पी, आई हैव टू डिलीवर समथिंग ऑफ क्वालिटी। एंड आई थिंक ये 4, 5, 7, 8 साल मुझे वो मौका मिला, पिताजी के साथ जो 4 साल मैंने गुजारे, मेरे बच्चों के साथ जो मैंने पैंडेमिक के साथ, अपनी फैमिली के साथ, कि पीछे हट के देखा मैंने कि क्या है, क्या चल रहा है, क्या अच्छा है, क्या खराब है हमारी अपनी इंडस्ट्री में। So I think I went back to the drawing table and learned, and I was blessed that I got to work with a team like MX, a director like Sumit, the rest of the star cast. I mean, Vivek, every shot that he comes in adds so much value to Thalaiva, the family. मैं बार यही कहूँगा, और अगर इंडिविजुअल इंटरव्यूज भी रहेंगे तो यही लगेगा कि ये एक ब्रोकन रिकॉर्ड है, लेकिन सच्चाई यही है कि इनकी वजह से Thalaiva का कैरेक्टर बनता है, and I'm blessed to get such a phenomenal opportunity, reach. मैं हूँ ही मास हीरो, अगर टिका भी हूँ तो मास के वजह से टिका हूँ। और ऐसी एक मास फिल्म जब सब्जेक्ट जब आती है तो it means a lot. And जैसे कि हम सब कहते हैं, content is king. Finally सिर्फ और सिर्फ content and right pricing चलेगा, and that is what our industry also has to realize कि यंग टैलेंट पे यहाँ एक चीज़ मैं मेंशन करना चाहूँगी, जो टैलेंट है इसमें बहुत ही यंग टैलेंट है। और जब आप यंग टैलेंट में इन्वेस्ट करते हो, आप कभी गलत नहीं हो सकते। अगर गलतियाँ हो भी गई तो बहुत बड़ी गलती नहीं होगी, डिजास्टर नहीं होगा। आप दोबारा ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप दोबारा खड़े नहीं रह पाओगे, आप लड़खड़ाओगे लेकिन खड़े रहोगे। एंड आई थिंक दिस इज द डिफरेंस, जो कमिटमेंट थी इनकी। आप सेट पे धरावी का एक सेट भी लगा हुआ था, और अगर आप सेट देखते, मैंने समित और MX से ये भी कहा था कि इसको परमानेंट रख लो यार। I think the world will want to come and see what Dharavi is if they didn't get a chance to go to Dharavi. And the way they matched it, this is the commitment of Sumit and his entire team. Every assistant is a genius, बहुत सारी चीज़ें उन्होंने की भी, बाद में बताऊंगा, लेकिन work-wise, they're absolutely brilliant. They work hard, and they play harder. Samit के साथ मेरा एक complaint है, मैं अभी बता रहा था विवेक को और पर्सी के साथ कि पर्सी ने मुझे chocolate नहीं दिए और समित ने मुझे intimate scene दिया ही नहीं. तो थलाइवा अकेला बूढ़ा लाचार नहीं था, family थी, no romance, no गाना.
बेचारा लुंगी पहना है फिर भी कोई intimate scene.
Absolute.
Hello, Sunil and Vivek, my question is to you. You're right. Yeah, hi, Shama Bhagat here. Okay, a lot of films and series, you know, are based on crime, and there's a lot of glorification of crime, and they're having the highest TRPs. So what do you think attracts people towards such series or films that glorifies crime?
It's not about glorifying crime. It's about the kind of layering that happens, black and white and gray. You like to see all these colors. They blend very, very, very beautifully. And there are stories to tell. And it's not about one individual, you know. Like Dharavi is not about one individual. It's about the family. You've seen Narcos, you love it. You love it because, yes, it's intense. You want to understand ये दुनिया कैसी दुनिया है. लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि आज अगर आप धारावी देखो तो थलाइवा वो एक आदमी है जो 15-20 साल से धारावी के बीच बंबई के बीचों बीच रहा है और पुलिस और फोर्सेस उन तक नहीं पहुंच पाई. ये सच्चाई है. वैसा ही आप देखोगे तो पुलिस उनके प्रॉब्लम्स. सो जब आप इन सब को एक साथ पीड़ते हो and you layer it beautifully, you get to see a lot more. There's a lot more intensity. There's a lot more scope for performances. I think that's what excites people, and that's what looks good, because that's a lot of people don't belong to that world and they want to know more about that world, and probably that's why it's interesting.
Shamaji, how are you? Very well, thank you. So I think, aside from what Anna said, I feel that in the narrative of Dharavi Bank, what has been very well achieved is कि एक तरफ जो सिनेमा है, it imitates life. तो ऐसे लोग रहे हैं, ऐसे characters रहे हैं, तलाइवन जैसे ऐसी situations रही हैं, ऐसे गढ़ बने हैं. That has been represented. But why do you see only glorification of crime? You should also see the glorification of the Mumbai police force. You should see Jayan Gavaskar representing that man, determined man in uniform, willing to go to any length, give up anything for sacrificing anything to achieve his justice, right? To achieve that end goal of justice. So I think there's a balance in the narrative. I think there's a balance. There is this one larger than life character, and then there's one guy in a uniform who has just made up his mind. And this is something that we've seen in real life also. We've seen this happen in real life time and time again. So I think Dharavi Bank, unlike the glorification of crime story, is a very interesting, very realistic and balanced storytelling.
Hi, this is Komal Panchal from Indian Express. I have a follow-up question for what Shamaji asked. It's for Suniel sir and Vivek, both of you. While, you know, of course, I saw the first episode. And this is a kind of a trend where, you know, with a lot of OTT, there is this glorification of violence. I'm not only calling it crime. And the first episode opens with someone chopping a human body. So, you know, it's kind of, it does impact society in a very big way. So I want to understand from both of you how you look at glorification of violence on OTT content.
I think we both answered the same question. You know, somewhere down the line, it's not about glorification, like Vivek said. In the first question, the answer was very generic. But if you talk about Dharavi, you'll see the entire reasoning. You'll see what the Mumbai police wants to achieve. You'll see how Thalaiva himself, for him, his family, his people mean a hell of a lot to him. Probably what he's gone through in his life is something that, you know, he looks at it from that point of view. So there's definitely no glorification. There is definitely a balance in everything that has been shown. And somewhere down the line, like Vivek said, it's real life too. And there's a lot of that is being shown.
No, I mean, I'd like to answer it in this way that you're from the news media. We've seen time and time again all over the world that there are people who became killers and serial killers or, you know, did really violent things just so that they could be carried by the news media. Would you categorize that as glorification of violence? So it's just a representative of a representation in terms of what society actually is. And you're doing your job as the media to put that across, right? You're reporting it. Same way, we're trying to bring a mirror to society on screen. Is there no violence in our society? There is, right? So I think you can't sanitize cinema for saying that, oh no, there should be a moral code. I think if the moral code starts, then it has to be applied even to media. Then you can't show any crimes on TV. Why are you reporting it? Why is the headlines not a retired army officer donating his entire pension for educating kids, but the headlines are about a man chopping, you know, his live-in partner into pieces? Why is that? So it's the same reason.
No, and I guess you have to see the entire 10 episodes to decide whether it's glorifying it or not. You know, I think that's what needs to be seen. You've just seen the first episode, and you put this question forward, which is very, very good. But I think you need to see the entire series to really understand what this world is all about, whether it's the police or Thalaiva's family.
Hi, this is Nisha from bestmediainfo.com. My question is for Mr. Gautam. You know, there have been, crime-based shows made before. So and they have been successful. So do you think this genre is an audience favorite when it comes to the OTT space especially?
Yeah, to be honest with you, if you understand, there are, three ecosystems, yeah? Small little advertising, 30 seconds, thousands of episodes on television, cinema, and then there is OTT. The reason why crime is so big, right, is that none of the other mediums of entertainment, including short video format, gives that need state. Audience has got a need state of escapism, right? Most of the audiences don't live in Dharavi. Most of the audiences have never experienced Dharavi. Most of the audiences across India will have they don't have a point of view on Dharavi yet. But post watching this show, I'm sure they'll have a point of view. They'll have a understanding. By the way, OTT platform, it's not about glorification at all. I just want to add to it. It's more representation, right? We don't sit down in a room and say, okay, let's do this or let's do that. Does it represent the story? Does it represent it? Does it move it forward, right? Does it create scare for a very serious person or a character like Thalaivan? And only then do we actually land up doing something around it, right? But yes, if you ask me if the question being for crime, yeah, the need state exists with the audience massively. The need state is not satisfied by any other medium, which is why most OTTs are slightly over-indexed on crime. That's true.
Hello, Anna, this side. Idhar. Your left.
मैं confused होता है आपका left या मेरा left?
जी